Okay, this is day one for new construction, and we're doing the columns and everything. And they're going to put the column, another column right there, but this is like the backdrop and everything. So anytime I do start a job, I come in and I test out a sample wall, a strip, a tacking on strip sample, and it pulled the skin of the primer off. And then I say, hey, when's the last time you painted this? She says, about 3 weeks ago. I said, okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna go down to Ace Hardware store, grab a gallon of Gardz, and this is really good. I use this on everything, from walls to cabinetry to everything, doors and everything. It makes the vinyl stick much, much better. And so I used the pad and did this, and this was the first few hours of the day. Zinsser Gardzing all the walls and areas that I know I'm going to be wrapping and everything. So that's what I did. And then we let it set for about 3 hours. And while I was setting, I was pre-cutting everything to get set up for prime examples. Pre-cutting over here and getting the vinyls all set up right there and there and there. And so while that was setting up, usually it takes about 3 hours to set up, and then once it's all set up, then I start to install. And then after about the 4th hour, I was starting to do this right here, and then I noticed the skin of the primer was actually coming off. So this is a one-time shot for installing this vinyl up here. And that's why I told the construction, I said, I got one time to do this, and I can't double cut over here, so I have to overlap it. These little areas right there, hopefully you can kind of see that right there. So I had to overlap it by 1/4 of an inch, and that's that. When you're working with drywall, it's pretty tricky stuff, and the risks are pretty high. So if you actually pull skin off, you have to pull the whole thing off, and we use Bondo. We Bondo it, and then we can work on it next half an hour. Or usually I give it a couple hours for it to Bondo to dry. But it slows the process down. So just to forewarn you, that's it. So even as I was pulling it off over there, I use blue tape. So I'm gonna actually wrap this right here with that guy right there. And the blue tape is barely even on there. And even with the blue tape, when I'm pulling that off, because that stuff is really sticky, and that stuff's not really that sticky, even that pulls the skin off. So that's just barely even holding on. I mean, I just barely tacked it on. And so I do that, and then I do the overlapping right there by 1/4 inch. So I do this area next, and that's the process that I go through when you're doing this kind of stuff. It does look good. This is a WG 832, and you can get this at our ironwrapsstore.com website. There's a lot more other patterns there, but I just want to show you the ins and outs of working with drywall. Very tricky to do. Now tomorrow, I got 6-foot columns I gotta do. I'm sorry, 16-foot columns, and I got 8 of these guys right here to do. And you can actually see the glossiness right there. That's the Zinsser Gardz. So I Zinsser Gardz all the way up here, working all the way down. And luckily, there's 2 strips right there, but there's another column, actually right there. That column right there is gonna go right in the middle of that. So that right there is actually is 50 inches wide. So I asked the contractor, I said, can I cut that in half? He said, oh yeah, we got plenty, because that's, I think, 18 inches right there wide. So that's gonna sit from here to here. And that's, yeah. So I'm gonna get scaffolding tomorrow, and I'm gonna work my way down. Again, one-time shot. It's a little nerve-wracking every once in a while, because if I don't get it straight, I kind of did that over here, and from some couple spots I had to actually lift up, and I pulled it off the skin. But other than that, yeah, that's it. Again, I'm going to work for another hour, and I should get this part, these three right here, done. And so in a one-day job, I can do all this right here, one man, and do all this right here. And this is kind of a 2-day job right here, doing this and then in there. That's the process right there. Okay, stay tuned. Check out tomorrow's video. And then Wednesday I'll be traveling. So I'm going back to the shop on Thursday. It's go time. I think my next job is in California, and that's going to be another week or so. But other than that, stay tuned for tomorrow's ending parts. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Oh, if you want to subscribe to us, you can. Website, rmwrapstore.com website for the Di-Noc material. The blogs on the rmwraps.com website. If you want to get a hold of us, 208-696-1180. We do travel. We're traveling more and more. It's getting more popular on a lot of different things besides the walls and cabinetries and stuff like that, yachts and private jets and all kinds of stuff. But yeah. All right. I'm done for today, or with the video. Stay tuned. Check me out tomorrow.